All right, like I said, there's a lot of karma clearing from past lives going on in the fourth dimension as of now. So if you are having a lot of anxiety or pressure, especially upon your chest, your head, your knees. I've had knee pressure. Okay, so there's a lot of burdens being lifted from past lives, but before the burdens are lifted, there's lessons to be learned. In order for you to learn, they need to come to your awareness. So if things are happening at a fast pace, this is why. All right, and as far as the divine feminine clearing past life karma, what is this to learn? The divine feminine clearing her past life karma right now. What is meant to learn? Divine feminine clearing past life karma right now. What is meant to learn? High priestess of earth. Ooh, and she's upside down, which means she's a challenger. And I've never gotten a challenger out of this deck yet. This is wisdom of the house of night. Who does she need to be to face this challenge? Who does she need to reflect to face this challenge? Who does she need to reflect to face this challenge? Keeper of scales. Got 3, 8. 3, 8. Okay, so we got 3. I already can tell what this is going to say. Okay. We are meant to be finding. Okay, you are meant to. If you have past lives coming on to you the way I've had a past life come on to me, you are to dig deeper. There are wisdoms that are to be gained from past lives that we need to be executing within this lifetime. As of now, it's so significant because we're running right now. We're running, or we're about to run. We're about to run. We're like at the gate. Okay, so like you're sitting there with your coach. You like this is the prep talk. This is the prep talk before you're gonna go do your Olympian sprint. Okay, so this is nothing but your wisdom. Every fucking thing that's gonna make you win. Every fucking thing that you need that's gonna make you win. Every ounce of knowledge and understanding that you need to be exerting throughout this run. Okay, within your breathing techniques, within your legs, how far you're stretching them, within your pace, within your heart beating, like all of it. Okay, so this is like where that we're getting our information right now. This is how imperative it is for us to understand the transmuting of wisdom from one past life to this one. And wisdom to help in this situation. Ooh, and she wanted to come deep knowing. Oh, she popped right out. Love it. 4 3. So we get 3. We got 3. We got 38, and we got 43. All right. Because I know a lot of past life shit is coming out. Did I say that? A lot of past life shit is coming out, at least for me. I'm like, why do you need me to know this? But they won't stop showing me. That's how I know to go deeper. Oh, it doesn't show the upside down one. Okay, so High Priestess of Earth. Okay, so my last video I was saying, see again, my last video I was saying that they want you to transcend or, well, they're going to give you these lessons you learned in a past life, okay? Why you learn these lessons, why it was important you learn them then, and why is it important you know them now? Because you're still you Just this is a different lifetime, but your knowledge and wisdom is the same, and it's to be used as if it was used before. This is why you're supposed to be understanding, processing as much as possible what they are giving you. My vampire, high priestess of earth symbolizes all things in the physical world. Your body, the body of the earth, and the things you surround yourself with. Now is the time to eat well, get rest, and connect to the power of earth by walking barefoot. Be mindful, knowing you are a child of flesh and bone who came alive through the blending of earth magic and your spirit. If your question is about a situation with a friend or a love interest, know that the high priestess of earth is asking you to wait until you see tangible evidence of what you seek to understand about this relationship. Perhaps a kiss or some shared activity will give you more insight into your question. Stay grounded and wait and see. When you choose the symbol of the high priestess of earth, the goddess of night, and nudging you to take care of your health and your beautiful body. Okay. Now, I've said before how it is imperative to. We are 75% water. This is what we are. This is what our body is. 75% water. The mother is represented in the biblical book as like the sea. The more that you provide your temple with the fluid that is the sea, is the mother, the quicker your connection will be made and the faster you can move on to the next. That's what I heard. They said they are pouring hydration upon us, not just spiritually, but physically. Okay, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. You need to be seeing that you are the one who holds the power, you and nobody else. Take the recognition that you are a beautiful creature, one who has been unseen as of now. Unbeknownst to the enemy, they will be so struck when they see you stand. Beautifully, boldly announced. This is the keeper of scales, fairness, and balance. Law of harmony is enacted when the keeper of scales comes to you as an ally. Align with her as the law states, making conscious choices that create balance in your life. So we are balancing, like I said, the wisdom that we gain in past lives and bringing them into this life. Like this is being announced to us. This is happening to us in the physical. Sometimes I'm like, well, why do I need this specific knowledge? What am I to do with this specific knowledge? How is this specific knowledge supposed to be of service or be of use, not only like me, but anybody who I am trying to be of service to, help to? It gets confusing, but this is where understanding of balance as a whole over all your lifetimes, like it's all necessary to know in this exact point. Okay, so. When you do, you also magically align with the abundance of the universe and the powerful forces of synchronicity. And this is where us within the goddess, we are supposed to be aligning 100% with the universe. That's it. This creates conditions and possibilities that lead to fulfillment of your highest intentions. Harmony begins with the self and then resonates outwards to others. Okay, clear point. We are also switching. Okay, our messages, I've had a hard time with this myself in my personal journey, is you get tired of having to explain to people what you know, why you know what you know. Okay. But here's the thing. We never were supposed to make people understand what we know. We were only supposed to do it. Like it's us doing and being, doing and being, doing and being, not necessarily dictating, not necessarily what's the word I want? I don't want to dictate. You're in harmony with yourself when you nurture yourself with love, respect, and acceptance, always taking full responsibility for your actions. Only then can you be in harmony with others. This is because love is the central force that connects all of life and aligns you with like minded others. Another message is restoration and the positive fair resolution in all disputes, including those involving the legal system or other important exchanges. The keeper of scales is just and kind. Ally, always making sure balance is activated on your path. All right, so when this is the challenger, events are turning your life upside down, and you may be dizzy and confused. Past life experiences. Are you feeling that life is unfair for you right now? Do you believe others are getting ahead and leaving you behind? Could your ego be throwing things off? Your pride and self-centeredness may be weighing down the scales. Another message could pertain to the behavior of others throwing your life out of whack. Are you around the drama that causes you to become ungrounded or caught up in it? The Keeper of Scales says that it is time to take a break. Do whatever is necessary to bring yourself into balance. Let go of all people, behaviors, or conditions that bring you into disharmony. And this is where the past lives are coming in. We are being free of things that we were conditioned, not just in this past, but in a past lives. And it's really happening within this last month, especially the last 2 weeks for me. Remember that what goes around comes around. Justice will be served one way or another, and harmony will be restored. And then the wisdom to help us get through this. Deep knowing. 43. Intuition, listening to the oracle within. Empathy, hypersensitivity. I think we all are a little hypersensitive as of now. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing the people. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys to access their inner guidance. Okay, right. That's true. I mean, here, that's why we're here. Really, this is what we're showing. That is the only truth. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find out all the truth that was missing when the story was told. See that? So understand that, because I know with my past life thing, I have to read between the lines, and I'm still gaining exactly what the fuck they want me to know. Like, it can get, because it's not. This is one of the longest things, and maybe I just don't want to know. And that's why I am blocking it or something like that. That's why I have to get confirmation. I just don't want to deal with it. But I do know that I need to know what I need to know. So, but it doesn't mean that I can't have somebody else tell me what I need to know. for right now, because I know it is exhausting. And so if you're not getting that in between the lines, but you know with your intuition, you know with your spirit that there's something that you're missing, that there's something that you need to learn, that there's something that needs you need to learn in order to progress to the next step, then go do that. However it is. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. Didn't I say that? We are opening wisdom from before. Okay, this is really coming on for especially divine feminine, especially if you have just just especially divine feminine that is connected to the mother the goddess, like understanding of the rebirthing of this within you. It's not it's it's tiring. It is tiring. But it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or five senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then to act accordingly. Because we are supposed to be acting within the information that they're giving. Like I said, this information is supposed to be of help, of service. Wisdom from the past life is of help, of service. If you're getting this right now within the last 2 weeks, you're supposed to be using this to intertwine it into your helping some sort, some way. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources, like the Palladians. There are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that a person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly out of the blue you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time indelibly onto your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey, so pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other to begin an alchemic process. Okay, now this is going into the twin thing with this past life shit. My last past life, or the one that they've been showing me, also does include my twin. Okay, I will not say who I am. Not yet. I need to get a few confirmations and then I will share that, but not yet. Um, in this past life, it wasn't, I didn't hurt him in this one. In this one. In this one. Oh my gosh. This one, I didn't hurt him. At least, but we were taken away from each other very early. And there's the loss, I think the loss of that person in that lifetime has was brought into this lifetime. Like I treated the relationship with my twin as once I started, like, I mean, I guess I went through that bubble phase and everything was fine. But then there was a period where like I would push it away or do whatever I could to push it away. But I didn't understand that I already knew the loss of this person. Like I already knew how it felt to lose that person. Subconsciously, I already knew how it felt. So, because it's happened before, because, whatever, subconsciously, I pushed them away. Even though I was always considered myself as the chaser, but not really because I chased to push. Like, so I don't know. I always got corrected on that. It's like, I don't think you were really the chaser because you wanted them to run. Like, that was, you did that. You wanted that to happen. So whatever. I know the divine masculine are going through a lot of, they're going psycho at this point. Like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. They don't fucking know. They don't know. It's crazy for them. Anxiety like a motherfucker. It's just crazy because it's just so much at them. Like information, information, information. Especially if they're still on the 3D. Okay, because like yes, it's tired for us up here on the 4D, but we understand why, what the fuck's going on, and why we're so tired, and what we need to figure out. They don't understand a motherfucking thing. Nothing. Like, well, like, oh my gosh, like stop mode, but not, but there's, but just because they're seem to be on stuck mode just for a second, they seem to be on stuck mode, they're still doing their work vibrationally. Okay, okay, so because I mean, I feel like they're so distracted with like all the divine shit that even if they can't process it, even if they don't know how the fuck to make any sense of it, they're still distracted by the divine shit and not really paying attention to the 3D shit. So it's like, so they're still moving and making moves without like knowing it. It's like how sometimes women like you know guys don't like to say like their woman runs shit sometimes. I mean, some do and some don't, or whatever. Like, whatever. Let me just tell the story instead of making it like, okay. So you know how you know they just like to be the head honchos, some of them, and they don't like to say that you're the boss or you can tell them what to do. This old shit. But they don't understand that women have always been a little smarter in the sense of we could make you do what we want you to do without telling you that you're doing what we want you to do. Like it's I don't want to say a manipulation, reverse psychology maybe, like things of this nature. Been doing that shit forever. Um that's why like it's not necessarily a manipulation of the mind. They just haven't taken authority over it, and this is a lot of people in the world. You haven't taken authority over your temple, over your mind, over your body. And so it can easily be turned, manipulated, easily. This, in a sense, though, has always been God's way of doing things, too, is to, like, okay, you think you're making your own choices down there. Okay, okay. But I actually put your whole scenario in front of you, all your choices I gave to you. So even if you think you're making it, they were given to you by me. Like, I'm the decider of this. Okay, so that's what's happening to them. They're still going through this process, making these choices, thinking that, like, I'm in control. These are my choices. I'm a man. Like, all the, like, right? And technically, no, you're making choices that are given to you divinely, So either way, you're still doing work of the divine. And that's, if you are having a past life experience with you two being brought up, this is why, because they are healing a lot of stuff too. So they may be specifically healing from this specific lifetime, and now this specific lifetime is being brought onto you to learn lessons, gain the wisdom that you need to bring forth into this lifetime to be of service and of help. Okay, so if it was something that hindered you two from your in the past lifetime, masculine may be healing this And as it's being healed, it transmuted from a hindrance, it's now being transmuted into a strength, maybe being projected onto the feminine. Now the feminine is going to reflect that within her service to humanity as a whole or whatever, okay? This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. So if you're denying this twin thing, well, stop. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. Prosperity message. This is a time when your hunches will play large dividends if you listen to them. Take the risk and act. Within you is an oracular consciousness, a higher and deeper knowing that transcends the machinations. I don't think I even said that right. Oh my goodness. Machine, yeah, attins, I've never even seen this word. Machinations. Mechanic. No, it's not mechanic. Okay, whatever. Of the smaller thinking mind. At the deep level, yeah, and so we are helping with this, okay? So we are helping with this. We have to remember that we're helping with this. So we are, so much. At the deep level of your intuitive senses, you can have an access point to the genius of the collective. That is true. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you know in order to leap into success are available to tune into. Yet they are. Um, they are. Now, the only work as far as like genius work scientifically, like Darwin, Einstein, like you can, once you get, I don't even know, I want to say I did not get the Genius Collective until I was passed on to Uriel. When Uriel started showing up for me, because now and then now don't like, because I don't even want to say like, because I'm always with Michael, straight, always with Michael, and then Gabriel started working with me more. But they each have a specific thing that they do with me, that they work on with me. But I don't just go from one to the next to the next. Like, it's like, okay, Michael taught me what he needed to know. So I don't forget what Michael taught me. I just take it, those tools, and then take them here to Gabriel. And I get what Gabriel needs. Okay. Take all the tools Gabriel gives me, and then I go to Uriel. So I never lose working with Gabriel, working with Michael. Like, they don't go anywhere. I take their tools and then go the next, and then it's like all a connection of the same thing. Like, but it wasn't until Uriel started popping up for me that like I was getting more into hierarchy of intellectual abilities and understanding. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available to tune into. This is an act of listening intently. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Past the busy mind, your genius awaits. Okay, and then so all the wisdom that you've held from past lives, as soon as it starts coming up for you being exposed, this is what it's saying, like, past the busy mind, past it, your genius awaits, because you have always been a genius. You have always understood things that other people have not known. You've came here numerous times, gained so much information. You've been here so many times. Like, you are in empathic overload. Okay, empathic overload. I need to get grounded again. So tune out for a bit. I had to do this. I probably won't talk again until Sunday. I'm going to be doing something new, changing it up a little bit, but I'll still be on here. Um, I'll share that with you guys maybe the next video. Hypersensitivity, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion, and it may be because it's not, it may, like I said, these past lives are coming at a fucking full life, like boom boom like, and you better pay attention to it and get it and figure it out. So overloading, exhaustion. I've been feeling it. I know, definitely. This signals a change for recharging of your batteries. Like I said yesterday, I did take a spiritual bath for the first time. Um, and I need to get more into that shit because water just it just was so I I just really soak and then I allow like I am releasing all toxicities. I'm releasing all toxicities. I'm releasing all toxicities. I release all negativity. I just repeat all the shit that I need to let go, release, or just be lifted, or I just feel like is a hindrance or whatever. And then I project on what I want. Like, I don't know. I'm going to start doing that more too. Because I did wake up feeling refreshed and my skin is silky smooth, silky like a freaking silk master, silky. I was like, when I woke up this morning, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this more often? Like, I'm in the bathtub, like, understanding. Like, have you ever watched the movies where like the goddesses like arise out of the water? Yeah, well, you start doing that shit because she's waking your ass up. Set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I just said it. Empty your mind and get back to you. It's not time to be open. Soon enough, you can. I don't know if I've ever pulled the deep knowing, maybe before. I've had this deck for a while. Soon enough, you can let down your guard down. Right now, you need self care and self love. It's time to say no thank you to anyone in your life who exhausts you. Won't that feel good? And that's true because you're dealing with too much shit right now with your own understanding of because you're gaining more shit. Like our knowledge is never, oh, that's it. We know. No, we're gaining more, you know, for sure. And with this gaining of knowledge too, like we're definitely releasing some type of karma, good or bad, you know. All right, and then let me pull. Curious to see what's going on. Let's see what wisdom is the divine masculine gaining from karmic ties. What wisdom is the divine masculine gaining from karmic ties? What wisdom is the divine masculine gaining from karmic ties? Okay. Two yin. Okay, so what wisdom does the divine masculine want to share from his growth with his feminine? What wisdom does the divine masculine want to share from his growth with his feminine? What wisdom does the divine masculine want to share with his growth from his feminine? With his feminine. Michael, can you help me with this one? Give me a good one because I really need to know. Oh, bam! Going to be a good one. Oh my gosh. All right. So we got yin and yang, of course. So I guess we're just gonna understand that the divine masculine has came to the complete understanding of the twin flame phenomenon, whether they have accepted it or not. Within they have accepted truth that they are different than the rest. They're more concerned with the planetary ascensions and where they're aligned, though, more so than wanting to be a service. They're really where they want to know who they are, where they stand, what their point of being here and transitioning within the physical, what is their mission, things of this nature. I guess they could be gaining the understanding as well because you yourself, if you're doing your own spiritual work, it is pushing them, pulling them more so, because you don't need to push them when you're walking in front of them. Um, so you're pulling them, but it's just like a slingshot. It's not like you're pulling them. Like, they can't help it. You're one. So it's like elastic rubber band. Like, you could be over here, they could be over there. Doesn't matter. Sooner or later, the further you expand from them in the 3D, the sooner they're gonna have to smack their asses up there where you are. So it's all good in the hood. It's funny because so they are changing into their masculine self, and it comes with the sun, and it comes with like the masculine principle, movement, and creativity and creative activity, the power to make things happen, taking action. Yang represents the power of action, the energies that propel the world forward, and manifesting thought and desire into concrete form. So I guess they are maybe taking this more manifesting ability actively. Perfect time to act, for you can easily build momentum and make headway. What you want will come to fruition if you proceed confidently. This card signifies new life and is a sure sign that obstacles have been overcame. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your destiny now. I guess they're becoming more confident in to who they are as they're learning their individual prosperity that is to come if they do their own work and become the kings that they were sent here to be, just like we're becoming the goddesses we were sent here to be. There is no reason to hesitate. You are the shaper of your own destiny. They're understanding they do have more control than they ever gave themselves credit for, but not just control, like it's just taking responsibility and ownership for being a celestial being, a divinely created being, a co-creator. They're going to be taking this responsibility on. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. Trust that you will quickly know where you stand. In matters of the heart, there is movement toward your highest good. So their karmic is making them their heart space open. They want to be moving towards their highest good. So go forth with assurance. Passion is in the air, and now is the time to dance to the tune of love. Take the lead. Yes, divine masculines, you always have the ability to take the lead. That is really what you're here to do. Projects, prosperity message. Projects, partnerships, and all matters relating to your business are out of the obstacle phase and onto the make it happen phase. Now is the time to stake your claim and get things done. While you can expect to be busier than usual, this card tells you that you have all the energy and vitality you need to accomplish your goals. Abundance is waiting for you to claim it. Be mindful of the over tendency toward impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. So if I guess they're going to be getting bitch smacked by their karmics if they are too impulsive, if they're still so egotistical, and if they're just aggressive assholes. Like, this is what the karmic will show them in the physical, that this shit is no longer to be tolerated. And whether they can explain it to them that it's because you're a divinely created being, you're a divine being. Why are you acting like a mere mortal? Why are you acting like a mere man? Like, why are you acting like just a jackass? So the karmic, if they have not already, are teaching your divine masculine this lesson. Okay? Because they will be the ones who bitch smack this out of them if they're continuing that behavior in the 3D. You don't have to do it. That's why you should be thankful for the karmic sometimes. Because they're doing the dirty work. You don't have to do that shit anymore. That is not for you to do. You don't have to do the dirty work. You're the queen. You don't do the dirty work. You got karmics to do it for you. It's funny. Circumstances are supporting action on your part. It's okay to make the first move. All right. Protection message. Be mindful of the tendency toward impulsive actions, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act, lest you find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. They're always learning. Oh, I read yang and not yin. Okay, so that was for this card. Okay, so I had said, what did I say? What are the masculines learning from their karmic? Okay, so this was this card. And then what did the divine masculines, what their divine feminine to know? Okay, so which was that? That they're learning. Okay, so that they're learning, that they're understanding these things, and that the specific things that the karmic will be knocking out of them. Okay, so that, or knocking, doing it right now, so they're letting you know, like, this is getting knocked out of me. Whatever's left is gonna be kicked out of me by my karmic. Okay, she's not gonna put up with my shit. She's sooner or later going to hand me my ass, probably worse than you did, because she really doesn't have divine connection to me to stop her from laying the fury upon me. So this is what he's learning. The feminine principle of receptivity. Okay, I want to talk about this because I was being shown how this giving and receiving of unconditional love has to be okay, within the twin dynamic. You have to not only be giving but open to receiving that unconditional love from your twin. A lot of us are not there yet. And if we are there, then that's great. But I really was being shown that, I had to open up and allow, like, say it out loud. Like, I am allowing to receive. I'm allowing myself to receive this. I'm allowing myself to receive this because I wasn't really doing that. I wasn't really understanding that a lot of the time that I was the one that had the blockages to allow myself to receive for a while. Letting someone else make the first move, gathering information, and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. Okay, so this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. And they are doing this right now. Going back and forth of taking their, well, if I choose my divine feminine, this is a pro. If I choose my divine feminine, here's the con. If I choose my karmic, here's the pro. If I choose my karmic, here's the con. They're weighing this shit out in their head. This is what they're doing. Driving themselves completely mad, but okay. but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty. It implies, and so as they're doing this tit for tat thing, they are coming to the realization at within their karmic, if they're still even in their karmic, that they can't do it, that they can't go this tit for tat shit, that whatever's meant to be will be. So there's no point to do this tit for tat. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, it's keeping you back and bounded doing this tit for tat, tit for tat. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly the dreams manifest. So they're getting out of this mentality, this 3D mentality a little bit of how, again, they have more control than what they have taken responsibility for, than what they have been made aware of and acknowledged. Now that they've been made aware and acknowledged it and have accepted it and surrendered to it, now you can take your will, now your will has been built up to go and grab a hold of the power. You don't have will built up until God builds you up. And you don't get the will of God until you surrender to God. So they're learning that. They're learning that. Let others take the lead now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awareness, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. This is the time when the most effective action is to allow others to show you the way forward. Observe their behavior and follow their lead. Your desire to push through must take a backseat for now. Collaborate and offer your ideas rather than dictating. Wow, because I said that within the first part of my reading. What must happen? This is true. We are not to dictate, we are to do and be. We don't need to just teach, we need to live and be. This is our being. This is what we are. This is who we are, what we are. Like, they're learning that. Okay, so they do want the divine feminine to know. If they're in a karmic right now, you haven't talked to them, you don't think that they think about you, then the motherfucker, listen. They do understand who you are at this point. They do understand that you have provided them with wisdom that nobody else has been able to provide them in the with the perception that makes sense to them and that is resonant with them, that feels like home to them. I think they're coming to a point where they no longer can logically explain to themselves why they would resist coming home. It doesn't make sense to them anymore. It's not making sense to them. To see things from such a higher perspective, from a different standpoint, a different dimension, from a whole different way of being and doing, is changing who they are. Not just mentally and emotionally, but their genial code are lifting and being expanded on. It is important that they feel they have power now. Another meaning is about releasing your need to have things in the form you want. Right. How do you want to feel? Basking in your success. Now allow the universe to show you the form. Yin is the sign of essence. Things may go more smoothly than you expect. So they're taking, again, on within this karmic relationship, they're taking on the divine essence more so. And they're also like, because these both came out, so they're getting that balance too of within the karmic. From this karmic, they are being harmonized and balanced within themselves somehow, some way. It's pushing them to do this. All right. So do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. Okay. I've always had a problem with this in my life. They have been showing me. I have been the giver since day one. And especially when it comes to wisdom, knowledge, and like, I've always done this, okay? Because I couldn't trust people to take care of me. I've always took care of myself or gave to other people, but I never allowed people to take care of me or to love me. I don't need you to love. I got myself, I've always been that way. Okay, like I'm an Aquarius too, Libra. I'm able to detach, but I've detached so much that like they've told me that you don't have a problem giving, you damn sure have a problem receiving. I do, and I'm working on that right now. Like I had to go through my little release, like my why won't I just receive? I receive, Janet. I do, I receive, if you're not allowing that reception, the reception of your blessings, and it's not just blessings, I can receive blessings, but when it comes to love, like especially from that masculine, and yeah, it's hard. But that's why I'm processing a lot of past lives to understand this. Like this is wisdom that I'm getting from a past life, and seeing that I was the one who wasn't always allowing to receive. Even when it was there for me to receive it, I would not receive his love. Like I would not do that. Why would I do that? Like, and that's a joke, guys. Like I know why now, but back then, like it was subconsciously like, why the fuck would I do that? To go back to all this chaos that we had every single lifetime we came here, you know? Okay. Do you have trouble receiving? You stop the flow of abundance when you continually insist upon being the giver. You can't always lead, always give, always teach, and always lead, always. It sounds like me. You must be the student, the open vessel, and my twin too, and the one who receives the gift, gesture, or offer in equal measure. Open up and let love, life, abundance, and spirit fill you without demand or expectation. Just receive the bounty that is yours. All right. So if you're dealing with karmic situations, be receptive to that the bounty is yours. The true divine masculine, when they are where they are supposed to be, that is your bounty at the end of the day. And you're clearing past life karma right now that is holding you back from seeing that. If you're not seeing that right now, there's a lot of resistance, and it might just not just be from this life, and we know that, but from what I've been given, we are being made aware of what exactly is holding us back, even if we can't figure it out right now. But I think this is a lot that's coming through. If for not just me, let me know. That would be great. I would love that other people are on the same wave as me. Sorry that I haven't been around. But I'm back. I'm kind of getting out of that hermit mode. Hopefully. I say that now. I'm about to go crawl right back in my turtle shell. I'm just kidding, guys. Much love, guys. Much love. I have so many blessings to all you guys. So much strength. Just hot tea, spiritual bath. Maybe do it tonight. You can always ask for past life experiences, past life understandings. You want to get a little deeper, I would love to, which I may. This is like doing more work with past lives. Only because of all the things that they've been giving me. It's really kind of cool to understand and know, especially if you were people that were significant, and understanding that significance hasn't disappeared. It might have just been put on pause till today when you're here. Love, 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 love. Strength, strength, strength. Courage, courage, courage.